Hello again my friend, and welcome to another video from Kazamaza Chess channel. In this video I would like to show a game that is played at a high level. This is a game between my friend Unicorn, his rating around 2000, and his opponent around 2500. And usually I show games for only low rated player, but that is compared actually to your opponent level. I mean, if you're rating around 2000 and you beat a player around 2300, so I would definitely like to show this game. And when you talk about being 2000 plus, that means that your level is almost as master level. And this player Abdel Karim is 2500, and I mean I see players around 2100, and I see masters around rating around 2100. So he must be some sort of grandmaster to have this kind of rating, and this is in rapid, so maybe a gem in disguise, who knows. So let's check out this game. Unicorn is playing with white, and his opponent with black, and he's open with e4. We have e5, the king's pawn. We have knight f3, knight c6, and here you can go for so many options. You can go for like a bishop to c6, which is the Roy Lopez, a very famous opening for white. But also you can go for bishop to c4, which is called the Italian opening, the Italian game. So black goes for the bishop c5, and we have the piano variation of the Italian game. So this is really interesting. c3, trying to have to have more grip on this d4 square. Knight f6 and d5. Sorry, d4. Black captures, white captures, and bishop to b4. So here you have so many ways to try to unpin, because to defend your king. You can play like bishop c2, knight c3, or even knight c2. It depends on how you want to play this. But here white chose to play knight to c3, which is okay, but this will allow black to capture the pawn on e4. So here simply white captures, and black capture the knight on c3. White captures back, and bishop captures, attacking this rook on a1. And here white didn't move his rook to b1. Instead he goes for queen to queen b3, and that comes in that has two threats. The first one is actually having this battery and threatening to capture here this f7 pawn, and that comes with a check. And the other one is he's trying to attack this bishop on c3. So white defended with d5, and even if black is giving up his pawn, but actually he's up a pawn, so even if he giving up his pawn, it will be like equal, because now black needs to free this square for his queen to come here and defend this f7 pawn. So white captures, and as planned, queen to d7, and here white continue with the attack and capture the knight on c6. Queen captures back, and knight to e5, attacking the queen. Bishop to e6, attacking white queen. White goes to c2, and here black queen is still under attack, so he needs to do something. And the black queen can't actually defend this bishop here, because here the square is protected from the knight, and there is no way for black to protect his his bishop here, and this bishop cannot attack the rook because the queen is hanging. So black has to give up his bishop, and white captures. And here already this 2500 down a whole piece. Black castles, bishop to e3, rook to e8, and knight to f3. Better was knight to d3 actually, and then knight goes to f4, forking this queen and the bishop. But okay, knight to f3, queen to c8, and the queen to c5. And here, as white, of course, you want to trade as much pieces because you are already up a piece, so a queen trade will be good for you. And strange that actually black traded the queen, but okay. So we have queen trading on the board, and bishop to d5 attacking the knight, rook attacking the bishop, bishop attacking the rook on f1, rook to e1, h6, a3, rook to d8, rook attacking the bishop, bishop goes to b5, knight to d4 attacking the bishop, bishop controlling those squares for the rooks, from d3, rook to d1 attacking the bishop, bishop back to a6, and knight back to f3, offering trade of rooks, but black refuses. Bishop to b5, white take the rook, and rook to e8 captures back, rook b1 attacking the bishop once again. Black defended, h3 having some breathing space, as also black did, not for the rook to start to move up, because and without having the worry that this rook will come here and actually checkmating you. So this is good move from white to play this h3. Bishop a1. Of course, I can't analyze every single move here in this nearly end game, but some of them are easy. For example, this move bishop to a6, trying to protect this pawn, and knight to d2, rook to d5, knight goes to b3, rook to b7, king to h2, king h7, rook b2, king h6, rook to d2, rook to d3, rook captures, bishop captures, and king to g3. Both player improving their position of the kings. So g4 check, black captures, white captures, king back to e6, bishop to d4, and couple other moves. Knight to c1 attacking the bishop, and bishop here control the squares. This is really nice move from the bishop, controlling the square for the knight. But the knight always have the square to always have those other square to go for. So he chooses knight to a2, bishop attacking the knight, knight c3, bishop c4, king g3, and f4 with a check, king h4, bishop f1. The white king is moving, advancing on the board. Of course, here preventing the king to come to this f6 square, and white try to attack to capture this pawn. So bishop h3, white captures with a check, black captures back, knight to e2, and then knight to d4 with a check, and knight captured this pawn, and knight to d6 with another check. but here actually white loses the pawn, the bishop, but instead here white pushes f5, so he sacrifices bishop to push his pawn. King d3, f6, bishop e6, knight capture the pawn on b7, king c4, king g6, a5, f7, and here black captured the pawn, white captured the bishop, and the black trying to capture this pawn on a3, and also the knight is capturing all this pawn. White captured the pawn, and finally white's knight was able to capture all black pawns on the queen side. And here a couple of moves. Nc6, of course, sacrificing his knight, but for the sake of queening, black captures, and in this position black resigned the game, because there is no way for black to stop white from queening, and it was all over. So really long end game here, and you can learn a lot from this end game. And if you are an Italian player, I'm sure you can learn a lot from this game, as it shows how to play the piano variation of this Italian game. And yeah, so really nice victory from my friend Unicorn, beating this 2500. This is really something. And if you look at to the points here, actually Unicorn gained 55 plus point, and while Abdul Karim minus 138 points. So this is like a lot of points to gain and lose actually in one single game. You don't see this quite often. So yeah, a really nice game at high level, as I said, and I really hope you enjoy this game. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon with another videos from you sending it to me, of course. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon.